Resources for providing the loot weather news is obtained from the entropialife.com website. Make sure you download that Entropia Tracker client so that you can make track record of your hunting history and a few other interesting features, as well as further progress the accuracy and development of the loot weather news. What we have here is the hunting live list. This list depicts the latest 25 globals that have been achieved by Entropia players using the Entropia Tracker client. It shows the in-game time of which the global took place. It appears as of right now we have Mayhem FFA 5 and 3 seem to be thriving very well. Got Thephoid Guard at most recently. I'm over along. Yeah, it appears FFA 5 and FFA 3 are getting some heat in the past. About 5 minutes. It appears the Analyze Loot page, which would naturally display what mobs are globally more than they usually do today, is not working as of this moment. This is the hunting loot size page. While analyzing the hunting globals, the following mobs have shown to give out larger globals today. The chart is only composed of loots under 501 ped, so uber loots will not distort the chart. So it appears that the Merry Snarg has a 50% increase from 8 ped in the last week average to 12 ped today's average. We have the Shoggoth with a 12 ped average in the last week and a 16 ped for today's average. I would say the most drastic looks like we have the Leviathan at 112 ped for the last week average, and today's average is 128 ped. We have Orly 85 ped in the last week and 103 ped in today's average. This is the per capita globals page. The per capita chart shows you which mobs are globally most per hunter in the last 10 hours. For a mob to be on this list, there needs to be at least 10 different hunters who have globaled on the mob in the last 10 hours. It appears that the Merry Mayhem Aeronautics, Merry Mayhem Annihilation Dakaba, and Merry Mayhem Kerberos appear to be globally the most as of the last 10 hours. This is the popular mobs page. This chart shows based on globals which mobs are hunted by the majority of people. Globals are sorted out by the highest average global under 1,000 ped. The equation is as follows: globals divided by hunters multiplied by average global value, which is resulting in the index for each specific mob. So these are the mobs that are being most frequently hunted by hunters that have given a global under 1,000 ped. Looks like the most frequently hunted mob is the Merry Annihilation Dakaba. And below the Christmas creatures is the Fifox, Leviathan, Atrox, Columzoid, Podoran, Aeronautics, Arty, Warlock, Rostellum, Warrior, Kerberos, Ursulum, Ambulamex, Caparon, Shub, Merry Annihilation, Hispidus, Yulbot, Merry Snarga, Orlo, Hoglo, Argonaut, Pephoid. Oh, we got Fifox and Pephoid. Krailton, Naphoid. Where are we getting at with this? Let's see here. Globals, unique hunters. Look at all these hunters. Boy. Index. Total. Some good numbers we put together right there. Okay. The entropialife.com website also offers the ability to be able to review the entire history of a mob's global history. For example, let's go to Hunting Live List. Now let's try and pick a mob that is not related to the Merry Mayhem event so that we have a better picture of exactly how globals might be doing, although this isn't necessarily an accurate depiction because there is currently only 16 people using the client on Calypso and 8 people using it on Arcadia. So let's choose Kerberos Young. Just select the mob. You see Kerberos Young, or you see Kerberos right there actually. It covers the entire Kerberos, not just the Kerberos Young. You can see weekly highest loots, weekly highest total loot, weekly highest number of globals, monthly highest loots, monthly highest total loot, monthly highest number of globals, all-time highest loots, all-time highest total loots, all-time highest number of globals. So this is for selecting an individual mob. You can view these statistics one by each mob. This is the details of the mobs by their maturity, by the total loot, number of globals, average value, average global a day, and total top loot. And this table shows data composed globals from the last 30 days for the individual mob that you have selected and all their maturities. And this one is the Kerberos mob and all of its maturities. This is a chart that gives you an idea of how the specific mob that you have selected's loot behavior activity is depicted throughout time. And then down here you have the latest globals. This list is actually depicted by the mob that you selected that shows you by the mob's maturity the loot and in order of the time by the current time to the oldest time. You can view every single last loot that has ever been made through the Entropia Tracker client for this mob and details about the maturity and the size of the loot and the time and date that it took place. Simply click this arrow right here. You can keep going back and you can keep viewing the time and date and size and mob maturity and the person who got the loot for the global. This is one of the more fine details of the Entropia Live website, I believe, and the SPED report is hoping to utilize this resource in the future to greater enhance the loot weather news section of the SPED report.